Hello. Oh no. If you have been waiting for me, I'm sorry, but I was trying to put together a trailer for this video, and so I did that. And plus, I just didn't know if I was going to do it or not because I wanted to get the trailer done. And so now I'm going to broadcast, and hopefully you enjoy this. I think you will, so give it a try. So I've been really busy making the trailer, and I don't know. I think it's really funny. I'm pretty happy with it, so you can see what you think. I'm going to put it at the beginning of this video, so you'll be able to see it. The name of the message that I would like to say today is I don't have time. Isn't the most common complaint these days that we don't have time to get everything done? Isn't it more that we just have more things that we need to get done than we really have time for? Or are people just really bad at time management? Sleeping, working, nurturing marriage, kids, and finances can all take a lot out of the day. But with proper time management, these can be accomplished with no problem at all. As soon as we blink, another day has gone by. This can feel this way if we don't take time to smell the roses, as they say. A list of things that need to be done and doing as many as we can on a certain day can be overwhelming. A better approach is to make a list of things that need to be accomplished that day as priority and try to get those done. Oftentimes, the tasks that we need to accomplish are really not worth the time that they take. We never expect life to be like this. As a teen and young adult, we may possibly pray that we won't be average. We want to be different and change the world. We never think that we will be spending most of our waking hours looking for that lost sock that the dryer seems to have allegedly ate. We should be extremely relieved to discover that God can and does make the ordinary extraordinary. Day by day, as we follow God's paths, as we trust in a way, we can become more content. We can see, however, that however mundane some tasks may be, small acts have a greater impact than anyone could ever imagine. Who knows, for instance, how our children might change the world for God. What I do know, is that God goes ahead of me and walks beside me. God is not restricted by the tick-tock of the clock or the calendar. Imagine what he can do if our times are in God's hands. There does come a time when we need to pull away and get fed. There comes a time when we need to go back to school or some kind of learning environment. And there comes a time when we need to sit at the feet of Jesus and learn all we can from him. They left that place and passed through Galilee. Jesus did not want anyone to know where they were because he was teaching his disciples. Mark 9:30-31. This almost seems out of character for Jesus, as if since he was teaching his disciples, everyone else was supposed to stay away, like it was some kind of secret learning group. This is the same Jesus who said that he came to seek and save the lost. He said that he didn't come to be served, but to serve. So why would Jesus neglect his normal MO and avoid these crowds? Jesus had business with his disciples. Jesus only had a limited time to prepare his disciples for the work that they would inherit upon his departure. Their training included orientation and on-the-job training. Oh, I lost my place. They needed to watch, and listen to Jesus as he dealt with people. Part of their training was private. It was necessary for them to have a quiet environment where Jesus could really relate and connect with his disciples. This is a huge principle to understand. Sometimes Jesus said no to the needs of the many so that he could meet the needs of the few. The future of his ministry depended on it. This is an example of excellent time management. He needs time away with us without the rush of life interrupting so that he can lay his ministry in our hearts and pour his heart into us. We need time away with Jesus so that we can know him better. We can sit quietly at his feet and listen to his word. We need to have him examine each of us and point out our impurities and selfish motives. We need to get alone with him so that we can know his plans. My sister or brother, we often need to pull away from the busy clock tying us down minute by minute, second by second, and build the kingdom of God. It is a dynamic, not a static process. But it requires constant updates from the foreman. Too bad God doesn't have Twitter. But to be effective, we have to regularly pull away from the bustle and bustle of building and receive instructions. If you don't, you are probably working in vain. The work that you and I are called to is critical, but we cannot maintain it if we don't stay tightly connected to our beliefs. How long has it been since you said no to the world and got some quality you and God time? If you have to think about it, it's been too long. Tick-tock, the clock is ticking. Jesus has instructions that he wants to give you today. Tick-tock, the clock is ticking. Wake up and reorder your world so that you do not skip his teaching times. The building of the kingdom and your spiritual help depends on it. I hope you have a wonderful and blessed day. I hope that you will join me next week. I'm going to talk about the megaphone. And it will be, the trailer will be there too. You can see the trailer. And I hope you have a wonderful and blessed day. Bye-bye.